Oh, my car is small.
I can fit in this car.
Well, believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me. So, I'm sorry.
What I'm gonna do about my money?
I'm gonna cancel it. You're not gonna be charged.
So you telling me I can't get in a Lyft because I can't fit in your car?
Yeah, you need to order a bigger car.
What makes you think I can't fit in a car?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What makes you think I can't fit in this car?
Because the car is small in the back. Believe me.
My best friend has a Benz that's newer than this that I can fit in. That's the same size.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't.
So you really telling me I'm too busy in your car, so I gotta order another Lyft?
Oh boy.
Specifically you, I got very tired.
What I got to do with your tires?
Yeah, and you have no space.
How you know I don't have no space?
Yeah, I got no space in the back.
How do you know I don't have no space?
Because I tried before.
Huh?
Because I've been in this situation.
Person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL.
No, I don't ever have to order Uber XL.
Then I'm really sorry.
What's your name?
Abraham Carter.
Okay. Nope.
You see this? You see this, right? You see how crazy this is, right? Beyond insane. Tell me about it. But wait. There's more.
Landing tells us she was just trying to get to a Detroit Lions watch party this month when her Lyft rolled up.
As I'm walking, I see him like making faces or whatever. I'm like, oh man.
She already knew.
I can fit in this car.
Believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me.
He told her there's not enough room in his car.
The kicker part was when he started to talk about his tires. You know, I feel like that was a slap in the face. That was like my tires, you know, like.
The driver said his tires could not handle her weight.
Every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL.
You know what? I don't never have to order Uber XL.
He apologized, canceled the ride, and left her there. The rapper says she's pretty tough. Dane Demoss, as she's known at the mic, is crushed.
Now, me and the gangster dog have some very, very huge concerns in regards to this young woman. I forgot the rapper's name. Miss Demoss. Yes, Dane Demoss, right? Correct me. Forgive me if I actually messed up your name. I truly apologize in regards with that. But we do have some very, very serious concerns in regards to this. There's so many angles that I really want to go into this story. Now, it's unfortunate what happened to this lady. However, I'm not going to have that much sympathy in this case. And I'm more so leaning towards the driver, although he may have some errors in this one. And I'm going to tell you why. Now, let's look into the Lyft driver as well as the Lyft company here. Let's start with them first. The driver screwed up in the situation on how he handled that situation for one. Because he was actually saying, oh, if I let this passenger in, extremely obese passenger in, my tires are going to get messed up. In actuality, that's definitely not the case. The tires are going to be fine. The real issue is actually the car suspension. The suspension that's underneath the car that's there. God forbid the suspension may break and, then the wheels and the turning, you may not be able to actually get like full wheel turning basically in your car. The acceleration may not be distributed in all four tires. Without that suspension, that car is done. The tires are not the issue. The suspension is. Either he may have misspoke or he may have wasn't really clear on what he was explaining to that passenger. I don't know if English is his first language. I'm not fully sure. But that could be a ground to actually have him be very vulnerable to a civil lawsuit that woman is currently filing on him now. And she may have a case given his explanation, and those lawyers will be attacking that argument on Lyft based on that explanation alone. And that could be minimal grounds for a settlement. I'm saying possibly, not definitely, because it could still be a toss-up. It could be possible that they could have a judge actually concede the whole thing and actually see the logistics of the whole scenario, given her weight and given the weight of the car, and given the fact that they look in the details into which any passenger that does Lyft can have so many options, mainly in their hands. They could have like a regular size car, economy size, or an XL size car to actually take them wherever they need to go. If they are overweight, or they could try and get a car that could definitely accommodate their needs in order to actually try and private their business. All these like Ubers, Lyfts, these little car sharing services, they do provide those options for you. These big timers, they do provide these options for you. So it could be very, very strong chance that a lawsuit could get dropped. Now, I do want to speak with the young woman actually trying to go with her argument. I'm really, really, really concerned about her weight. And again, I'm not saying that she's just trying to be insulting or anything like that, because I do have overweight members of my family that do weigh about 200, 300 pounds. But in her case, she's in the extreme obese category. So much so that she could literally be a contender on my 600-pound life. It is that bad. In Dank's mind, she thought she could definitely fit into like any object or any vehicle, any train, any plane, however it is, given her size and everything. But in actuality, that's not the case. Every car, every ride, every elevator, or even every motor vehicle, whatever vehicle it is, has its limits weight wise. If an object basically has to deal with like passing maximum weight, or if like it basically like an object in motion, whether it's a motor vehicle or even an amusement park ride, you actually subset the actual maximum weight either for the ride or for the car, that vehicle or that machine will more than likely malfunction. That's why those are in Dank's position, and those are actually reality TV stars coming from my 600-pound life and my 700-pound life have very, very limited options when it comes to transportation. Not just limited, but also very expensive options as well. And also time consuming. Extremely obese people are mainly limited to taking like the XL rides. That's going to cost them like way higher, but it's definitely needed given their size and given their shapes, because it gives them more room, but actually will cost them a lot more to literally pay for the driver. If it was an airplane and they cover 2 seats, airlines could literally charge them double the price of those seats depending on the demand, and they literally be dealing with like a highly pricey flight, unless they go to first class, in which they have much more room. But again, the price is higher because of that. And also possibly national trains as well. If you're dealing with like a scheduled seat and you cover basically a couple of seats, National Amtrak, for instance, may charge you with a higher rate than, anyone else that's going sharing like 1 seat. Or if you take more than 2 reserved seats, they can charge you way more. That's the difficult reality that Dank has to be dealing with, given her situation. If I were Dank, I would literally consider speaking with a mental health specialist as well as her primary care physician to try and come up with some strategies on how to actually try and be more active and actually follow a more active lifestyle at the very least, while also actually changing the food she eats and actually trying to find some ways where she can actually still enjoy her meals, but in a healthy way without adding all these unnecessary poisonous ingredients. She needs to find medical professionals that are actually very sensitive towards her, but are also realistic, which will not be easy. However, if she continues to go to the path of denial and she continues to not dismiss her flex and continues going down that path of gluttony, it is a very, very strong chance that her life, unfortunately, will end up becoming shorter than she expects. Now, I'm not saying that she needs to have like a very thin shape or that she needs to have a 6-pack. Absolutely not. I did not clearly say that. She could still be decently overweight. She could definitely be like around the 200 pounds, maybe 250, 275. That's fine. It's just that the 300, 400, 500 pounds and ups, more than likely will shorten her lifespan. Guaranteed. Whereas she at least goes down to like around the 200s, her life will extend greatly. Trust me on that. I've seen patients during my day job that actually had to be dealing with medication that deals with weight loss, and they're literally around 300 pounds, 400 pounds. I've seen that. My hope for Dank is that she gets the proper help that she needs so that she can at least extend her life and also continue her rap career while doing so. That's the number one goal. No more talk, y'all. Done.